Well, Wyatt, we had a lot of fun with the other setting that we had this past week, but now we're back to square one. We're back to normal. So, but anyways, I mean, this is kind of the set that we've always been used to, even when we did the Pit Stop Show, even when we did the Inner Illinois podcast, which is the same thing as the Pit Stop Show, same purposes and whatnot. But nonetheless, here we are. Welcome back to the 12th episode of the Gamers Talk NASCAR podcast. As always, I'm Elijah Letter. To the left, that is Mr. Wyatt Walker, co-host, by the way. Forgot to mention that, just in case people are brand new and have no idea who he is. He's the co-host.
And I'm back home. And if you're new, probably if you've seen the last episode, I actually visited my good buddy Elijah there last weekend, and we actually recorded an episode here with our special guest Josh.
Yep, Josh Tipton was here last week, and still really great to have him on the show. I mean, to have a special guest and whatnot. I mean, sure, it's great. It's great.
And he was our first ever guest, so we'll probably try to get a few more. I have ideas about who. Well, I kind of have an idea about the next one. See if we get a little funny comedy stuff in here, but we'll save that for another episode.
Yeah.
I think Elijah already knows who I'm talking about.
I have a pretty good idea who you're talking about. He'll definitely push the little ship of me apparently loving Ty Gibbs, but he's definitely going to need a lot more star power when it comes to that boat. Anyways, let's go ahead and kick off the show by talking about the Richmond weekend. Oh boy. So, from what I've seen, I didn't really watch the truck race. I
saw the truck race.
I only watched the first stage of the Cup race too, but we're starting off with trucks. So, oh no, I actually did watch the whole thing. I just wasn't paying that much attention to it because I was playing Fortnite with the group.
Yeah, the truck race was kind of a snooze fest. I mean, it was good. Racing was good. But it was like there wasn't really much cautions. There's only like one incident. I can't remember who. I think it was Carson Hocevar and the 33.
Oh yeah.
Incident when Carson Hocevar looked like he purposely got into the 33.
See, I watched the replay to that, and if you watch the onboard view, you'll see those trucks had no grip at all. You saw how sideways the 33 popped it. You see how sideways Carson popped it on the front stretch. But the thing that I think that's where people are very conflicted is what happened going into turn one, right? So it looked like Carson was a little slow getting down into the bottom of turn one, or unless if he was trying to stay in the middle line. But just as soon as he gets into the corner, the 33 just looks like he slams on the brakes and just cuts down on his nose. And that's what sent him around, but people have their opinions.
My thing was I didn't really see the replay. That's just what I remember on top of my head. That's what the announcer says. I'm not saying that's what happened. It's just what I heard and that I can remember. So
right.
What I do remember, I have a funny story to mention. We saw the finish, but anyways, we kind of saw the finish. Chandler Smith getting his third win, being the second Smith to have 3 wins.
I swear, man, this is the year of the Smiths.
That's what I'm saying, at least for the truck series. And am I lagging?
No, you're good. Okay. You're good, man.
It just looked like I was lagging a little bit. But we kind of called it when we did our driver picks. I don't think any of us actually picked. Who did you actually?
I picked Nemechek as a winner.
I think I picked Nemechek too, but someone mentioned Chandler, and I know it was either for. I think I mentioned him at the very. Maybe I picked him as a dark horse.
I can't remember off the life of me, to be honest.
Because we picked Nemechek, and I know I mentioned Heim as well, but Chandler Smith he showed up.
Right, he
did show up Ty Majeski, we'll talk about later. He did lead most of the laps, but Chandler Smith came home, got the win, and his teammate finished second, John Nemechek. Actually, all Kyle Busch Motorsports finished top 5.
All of them did, yeah.
Top 5, which there is something once we get done with all stuff, that is some news I do kind of want to bring up.
Okay.
We'll come back to that later. I thought that was kind of interesting. But going down the list here, we got Ty Majeski finished third, led all the first stage, and then got taken over by Chandler Smith, and it's just been the Chandler Smith show ever since. Red Finger coming back with another great top 5 finish. Corey Heim, as we mentioned, a good top 5. Taylor Gray, who was battling for the trying to stay on the lead lap at the end of, I think it was stage 2.
Oh.
I think it was. And then he comes home with a good top 10, almost top 5. Not a bad run for him.
That doesn't sound bad at all.
Matt Crafton with top set. Matt Crafton, 7th. Christian Eckes, 8th. Zane Smith, 9th. And Carson Hocevar rounds out top 10. I didn't even know that. I didn't even know he rounded out top 10.
No, he did. Finished 10th place.
Stuart Friesen, Derek Kraus, Tyler Ankrum, Chase Purdy. Good run for both of those cars. Top 15 for both of them. Good job.
Yeah, not that
Brett
bad of a
Holmes. Yeah, Brett Holmes, Tanner Gray, Matty D, Ben Rhodes.
That's a shocker.
I'm starting to be worried about him.
Yeah.
The points don't show my worry, but he's starting to worry me about. I thought it was going to be a Final Four contender. He's not. He's not look like it anymore. Lane Riggs. Doing so well at the beginning. Then it comes home. Top 20, yeah, but I feel like it could have gotten a bit better.
It could have been better, but I mean, he's still very young in his truck career. So I mean, should he get a full-time gig next year for that team for Hallmark Racing, that's gonna be something. I would love to see him go full-time.
That'd be pretty cool. I would like to see that too. Jake Garcia. Jake Garcia's 20th. We got Caden Honeycutt, Kaz Garland, Jack Wood, Lawless Allen, Raja Caruth, Haley Deegan, Austin Wade Self, Colby Howard, Joey Gase in 20. Here's a story that we didn't get a chance to catch up on. Chad Chastain in the 44 and Chris Wright earlier last week, right after we got done recording, I'd say the next day or two. It
was pretty shortly after. But yeah, they being Chris Wright and Nice Motorsports, as Wyatt was getting ready to say, I cut him off, my bad.
Yeah,
They announced that they're gone. They're parting ways. So what happened? What happened on top of that? A little bit after this announcement, probably about a week or so, it was announced that he would be driving the 68 in 9 of the remaining 12 races in the Xfinity Series.
I was going to mention that too.
It's
interesting. It's interesting. So
impressive news, but I don't know if that's a good choice though. We'll see.
I mean, it's going up to Xfinity, but it's like I don't think he's ready. I mean, it will come back to that, but it's like what's going to go on here?
Like, what's up here? What's up?
Yeah. Also, there will be something about me. I will let everyone know when this comes out, but I'll wait a little bit. Got Timmy Hill, Spencer Boyd, Mason Maggio. Is that how you say that?
Probably Maggio or Maggio. I don't know.
Maggio? I don't know.
I don't know pronunciations.
It's basically Blaine Perkins, Dean Thompson, and the only one I DNF'd was Nick
Leitz.
Nick Leitz.
Wow.
That just show how slow that was, and I don't know what was.
Wow, that's actually really impressive. All but one driver finished the race. Not to say that Nick Leitz deserved to finish last, because he didn't. He stuff happened that wasn't entirely his fault.
So now going to the points, I think you're still able to see my all my updates on that. I think I shared.
Yeah, I should. I mean, if I can access it in my Google Drive. Yeah, I can access it in my Google Drive.
Yeah, I want to see if you'll be able to probably get that. Yeah, I see. You'll probably get that better. Scroll all the way down to the truck series.
Here we are.
I'm hoping it's getting the recording's getting all this too, at least for
Oh.
on YouTube. So.
Well, shoot. If you want me to get the recorded side, like get it on get footage of this, I might have to make a whole new window.
Oh well, then never mind then. We'll figure that out for another time. We'll get this set up for another time. Get that figured out. But unless you're doing it right now, but
we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. But I think we'll do it next week.
So if you look here, Chandler Smith and Brandon Enfinger are the only two guys above the list because they have wins. Of course, they're locked in. Chandler Smith has 3, Enfinger has 1. But then you look at the points. It didn't show anyone else locked in yet, which I was surprised, but we had to lock people in. I think Smith, Nemechek, and Majeski, I may even say Stuart Friesen, are all locked in right now.
Yeah.
Are all locked in at points. Ben Rhodes, I'm iffy on. Maybe he'll get locked in by stage 2. But the battle is 8th, 9th, and 10th. Matt Crafton up 3. Hocevar down 3. Eckes down 6.
Well, man, one race left in round 1, man. This is going to be a pretty tight battle, particularly between those 3, Crafton, Hocevar, and Eckes. But I really, to be honest, I'm not seeing either Hocevar or Crafton being benefited at Kansas, to be quite honest with you. I think Eckes
won Kansas.
He has.
Even that.
But that was 2 years ago. And usually sometimes you can get a little bit of pixie dust sprinkled all over your truck, and sometimes you might be able to go places with it, but I don't know if you can do it again 2 years later, but we'll see.
I'm more worried about Ben Rhodes, just like.
Yeah, I could see that.
The only ThorSport truck that's not having issues is Ty Majeski.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Excuse me.
Majeski has been on fire these last couple weeks.
He has not won. He's the only ThorSport guy. Well, one of the 3 ThorSport guys that has not won.
Yeah.
Ben Rhodes is the only one that has. Surprisingly.
Surprisingly, but watch Ty Majeski have that Daniel Hemrick kind of season. It could happen. Like, listen, with the way that Majeski has been running, like, all year this year. Yeah, he got off to somewhat of a slow start, but he has been slowly working his way towards the top of the board, and he's gotten himself in a spot where he can dominate races. He can get himself in a position where he's winning, like not winning races, but like winning as in he's up front. He's up there. Yeah. He's leading. But to the point where he's winning, he's there. He's right there. He just needs to put that one final puzzle piece into place with maybe a pit strategy, maybe with a caution, maybe with a fantastic restart, maybe with a great setup underneath his truck. It could be any of those variables before we can see him in victory lane. Or in the champions circle. I'll go bold. Exactly. He could be in the champions circle.
It could be, but I worry about his teammates though.
Right.
Mainly right now, the 2 who could be close to getting eliminated are both teammates, Eckes and Crafton.
Mm-hmm.
Ben Rhodes, he has a really bad race at Kansas. He could even be in this picture here.
That's kind of hard to believe, though.
Hocevar, I think he did good Hocevar did good last week at not last week. Did good at Kansas. That the spring.
Let me actually take a look at where exactly he finished at the spring race this year. Let's take a look. Good old Racing Reference. When in doubt, turn to Racing Reference. Not sponsored, by the way. Yeah, Hocevar finished 15th. So, decent, but it wasn't as good as thought. But I mean, he could still probably bounce back in a couple weeks. But still, I mean, this fight, I'll say again, this fight between particularly the bottom three, Kraft and Hosvar is going to be interesting, but I really don't see either Hocevar or Crafton being benefited from this. I would love, again, don't get me wrong, I would love, as a homeboy, I would love to see Hocevar benefit from this. Like, I would love to see him somehow point his way into the next round. Like, he's right there. He's 3 points below.
But looking at like a statistical side, not biased side, he'll point his way. He'll should be able to like kind of point his way in. He just needs to get 3 spots ahead of Crafton, but he needs to watch out for Eckes, who just needs to get a few positions.
Like,
he get a few more positions, and he could be involved in this fight as well.
I think here's another thing that could happen. Crafton could have himself a really bad race. Ben Rhodes could have something happen to him, either or any of the other drivers that are at the very bottom. Like, for all we know, like, Stuart Friesen may not be locked into the playoffs until after stage 1 or even after stage 2.
That's kind of the same way with Bunchies, because even on there, none of these guys are really locked in. In my eyes, I really think like from Smith, Nemechek, and Majeski, I think they're fine. They'll be locked in. They'll probably be locked in by stage 1 or stage 2. They're fine. It's Stuart Friesen I'm iffy on, but Ben Rhodes is the guy I'm more worried about. Having a bad day, losing those points, and then you got like a hungry Crafton, Hocevar, and Eckes who want to get those points and have him go
right
down to elimination.
We'll see. I mean, this is gonna be tough. I mean, it's gonna be tough to really predict what will happen at Kansas, but it's also gonna be tough to see who's gonna make it out of Kansas into the next round. So I mean,
they still have what, 4 weeks too?
Probably.
They're like 4 weeks, yeah, because schedule. Yeah, for the Cup Series playoff schedule is Darlington, Kansas, and Bristol. Yeah, they got 4 weeks. They got 4 weeks to figure that out.
Yeah, they've got plenty of time.
Smith and Enfinger, they could just go and try to get some playoff points and all that, but I don't think they really need to mess with that. I don't think Zane Smith just needs to bring back his truck.
Yeah,
he won last time. Ty Majeski too. Nemechek, he just needs to stay out of trouble. He'll be fine. He's still point good. He'll be fine. Stuart Friesen might need to find some stuff. Ben Rhodes definitely needs to do some practice on it, but I'd say Rhodes, Crafton, Hocevar, and Eckes, you guys better go find it. Better make sure you got it all good.
Yeah.
And that was 3 ThorSport trucks I mentioned.
Yes. Well, alrighty. Well, we've got that conversation for the truck side out of the way. Let's go ahead and shift gears to the Cup Series. I only watched stage 1. After that, apparently YouTube TV had like some sort of error, for which I couldn't watch the rest of the race. But I did keep up as best as I could on social media. Oh boy, this was kind of something. This race kind of ended in a surprise too.
So I will come out and say I kind of did the same. I saw stage one, but I never really got to see the end of the races and stuff.
Yeah.
So I was kind of the same boat. I didn't really get to see all the stuff back. So we didn't do a good job this week, but it's like
Right. It's kind of like, yeah, it's Richmond. But not to say
it
that
was
Richmond is
slow.
a unexciting racetrack. It's just, yeah. Anyways, so let's talk. Ross Chastain had a really good car to start with. Then all of a sudden, your favorite boy Logano, man, had a extremely dominant car, led more than half the race, and then all of a sudden, Harvick comes to life, man. He comes to life, gets by Logano on the outside, and that's all she wrote. Buescher did everything he could. Couldn't do anything about it. Christopher Bell was coming. He was coming hard, and there wasn't much he could do. Close, but no cigar. Harvick.
Bell just needed one more corner.
He needed one more corner. He probably could have had him if there was one more lap as well. But close, but no cigar. Kevin Harvick, back-to-back. He is safely locked into the playoffs.
Which, that actually surprised me when I found out that Kevin Harvick won. I'm like, are you... I was driving home. I was in my car. I was just driving. I was taking Gekka back to her school.
Yeah.
And I was on my phone. There's this red light. I was just waiting for it to go green. I just haven't seen him. Like, Kevin Harvick won?
Yeah.
Harvick went back to back?
Yeah.
After being winless, the next two races he goes back to back.
He was winless for almost over a year.
And then he goes back to back.
This man right here, at 46 years old, gets 2 more wins, gets up to 60 career wins, and he gets tied with Kyle Busch 9th on the all-time wins list.
Wow.
In the process.
Yeah, he is at. Yeah, Kyle Busch is at 61 because that win that should have counted versus dirt.
Right.
I swear, if that didn't happen, we wouldn't even be talking about one driver in the playoffs. No, we would have been talking about like two. We would have had an automatic 16 if we would have had 2.
We would have. We very well would have.
And I'm saying this now. It's early. It's kind of early for me to say this, but look, thinking about the next track we're going to, I don't see how we're going to get a different winner. I mean, maybe McDowell or Buescher could be a surprise, but Watkins, Glen, I don't see it.
No, I mean, we'll see.
I think we're going to have another repeat winner, and then the final race is going to come Daytona, which is going to be a surprise to everyone.
It will be. But we'll get to Watkins Glen here in a minute, and we'll get to Daytona next week. But let's go through the finishing order here for the Cup side.
So we got, of course, Kevin Harvick, our winner. Then Christopher Bell finished second. Why did he say he started 21st? I thought he started the whole lot. I thought he started higher than that.
No.
Pretty sure he started higher than 21st. I saw qualifying. Should have gotten higher.
Right.
Okay. Anyways, Christopher Bell, Chris Buescher, apparently at about stage 2 to the end, he had a top 3 car the rest of the time. Was up there battling, could have had a chance to win the race.
He had a legitimate shot. I think it was pretty as legitimate as Sonoma back in June.
Yeah. Denny Hamlin come on with the top 4. We kind of knew this was going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So Joe Gibbs guys still managed to get top 10s, but it's not the way we thought it was going to be.
For Kyle Busch, man, like I know I'm fast forwarding here,
yeah.
But for Kyle Busch, 9th place. He got Chastained at the beginning of stage 3, and this guy comes home in 9th place.
I like how you put that, but I've seen the replays. I've heard other people talk about it. I don't think that was Chastain's fault.
No, it didn't even look like Chastain's fault. People could argue, yeah, he probably was holding his line because he was anticipating
He
3
was
wide.
holding it.
But Kyle Busch at the same time probably wasn't anticipating 3 wide and thought he was clear.
Apparently, the spotter didn't say they were still 3 wide. Because I don't know. Some people saying he did held his line. I saw the replay. He held his line.
Yeah.
And this one, you cannot blame Ross. You cannot. You can't.
It really doesn't. But I mean, then again, it's happened so many times. It's really easy to blame Ross. So you know.
It is.
But you know, he's still pretty new to the front of the field in the Cup Series. So it's. I mean, of course, this year's kind of like a feeling out process for a lot of these drivers, and of course, they're not gonna like it at first, but it'll take some time before they get used to him.
But going through the rest of the list here, Chase Elliott, who was barely showed up at all until like the very end, came on top 5.
Yeah.
Logano 6th, Truex 7th, Eric Almirola 8th. That's top 10 for him. Kyle Busch, Ryan Blaney, William Byron 11th. The guy that both me and Josh were thinking wasn't going to do well. Qualified where we thought he was going to, but
I'm so glad he proved you guys wrong.
Yeah,
I'm so happy.
Austin Cindric 12th.
Thank you, Lord. Anyway,
Wallace 13th, Kyle Larson 14th, Brad Keselowski top 15. He was running top 10 for most of that race.
I'll tell you this. I think ever since Michigan, RFK has been getting better by the week. It's been a slow process. I mean, Keselowski said we don't expect to pop off wins and top 5s and top 10s overnight. We're looking to be patient. We're looking to kind of take this in a week by week basis, and so far it looks like it's paying dividends. Not overnight, again, but we're getting there.
And I want to bring something up while I'm thinking about it too. Both McDowell and Keselowski had the 100 points penalty and all that. But if you take that away, if you put where they're at, they're 21st and 22nd. They'll be 21st, 22nd in the point.
Jeez.
They're not that far off. Brad Keselowski is actually higher than his teammate if you take the 100 points away.
Right.
So that's not too far off. Still pretty good.
That's not bad at all, I'd say.
But go back here. There we go. Austin Dillon, Ty Dillon. Those two are right next to each other again. Again, these two running up front, close to the front all the time. Then they're back here. How?
Well, it's the same thing for the Trackhouse boys. 18th and 19th. For Ross Chastain and Daniel Suarez.
And Alex Bowman, who qualified top 5, is back here again.
Oh, boy. Oh, my.
Justin Haley, Ricky Stenhouse, Chase Briscoe, the 42 of Noah Gragson. I mean the 16. We'll get to that here shortly.
Right.
Burton, Custer, Gillen, LaJoy, McDowell, Castle. What happened to Reddick?
Oh, Reddick. Reddick got moved back to 31st. Where he finished 31st. I know he spun on lap 2, but then that's the only thing I know that happened to him. Other than that, I wasn't paying attention. I couldn't even pay attention, but I don't even know what happened to him, to be quite honest. Look, he finished 6 laps down.
Really?
6 laps down in 31st.
Damn.
But he's safely locked in, so it doesn't matter too much.
Oh, yeah. J.J. Yaley, B.J. McLeod, Cody Ware. Eric Jones was involved in that wreck that involved Kyle Busch and Ross Chastain, from what I heard. And then, I was not expecting this, actually. And, of course, you would be happy about this. Ty Gibbs, last, with an engine issue.
Absolutely.
Which brings me to my question, though.
Okay.
Do we think Ty Gibbs is going to be in the 45 the rest of the season? Because, like, I'm starting to wonder if they're going to end up releasing Kurt Busch or not.
I don't know. I mean,
I'm starting to worry.
It depends. It depends on what news comes out this week about Kurt Busch getting cleared or not. I mean, we all know he's not at 100%. We all know that with his previous statement, he was dejected. Like, he was pissed. It looked like he was pissed off. Like, he couldn't get back in the car because he felt like that, he felt 100%, but he wasn't 100% ready to, like, take on the conditions of being in a stock car in a 200 lapper at Fontana, let's say, for example, or a 90 lapper at Watkins Glen. So I can understand the disappointment in that, but we'll see where he's at with an update probably when this episode drops.
Yeah, but here's and it'll probably make an edit when we figure it out, but my thing is, he's still locked in. He won't go down to the 30s by 2 weeks. That's not going to happen, but if the playoff starts, and if he's not even racing at Darlington, should he even be allowed to be in the playoffs? I mean, yes, he has a waiver, but
we'll see. I mean, I don't know if that would be even allowed. I don't know.
He has the playoff waiver if he comes back, but he's obviously going to get out first round. Because of all this, we know he's getting out first round. It's so unfortunate. He could have had paid that longer run, but he's currently 21st in the points.
Right.
Like, actual point standings, not playoffs. Actual, he's 21st.
Yeah.
He's 21st in the point standings. And there's no way he's going to get to the 500s.
Personally, yeah, I honestly don't know. I don't know what will be happening.
He's about to get into the 400s. There's no way he's making it to the lowest is 536. There's no way he's going to lose 200 points in two races. I don't see that.
I don't know what will happen. I mean, it's possible that if he comes back this week, he'll probably just hang in there so that way he can make it in. But in order to get back into the swing of things 2 weeks before the chase starts, that's not a lot of time to get yourself ready. And it's not even a lot of time to even, like, mentally put yourself in the positions like, okay, maybe if I give myself a chance, I can go win this title. But as I mentioned last week, he can go in with a mentality saying, okay, yeah, I know I'm not going to have a chance of making it out of round one, but all I can do is go into this round, go swinging, and if I make it, great. If I don't, at least I tried. There's always next year, depending on if I want to keep doing this or not.
And that brings me to my question here. And if Kurt Busch is not back by Daytona, should he have the waiver taken away? Because he's not racing, and I honestly, how it's going, unless he says something by the time separate, if he's either cleared this week or next week, I honestly don't think he's going to be clear for Darlington, and that's a playoff race. I honestly think that's happened. The playoff waiver should be taken away.
Probably that, and give it to the next guy that's out.
Which would be Truex.
Yeah. So then that would be Truex that would be able to get in via points or via Kurt not being able to race in the chase.
Exactly. That's why I wanted to bring this up, because, like, this is starting to be really concerning, and he's not even here. And that's a good playoff. There's a good playoff position that is up for grabs. I mean, Truex is literally fourth in the regular points, but he is right now outside the cutoff.
Right. So speaking of that,
NASCAR. Go ahead.
I was going to say, speaking of that, since we are on the topic, you highlighted in here 3 more drivers have been locked in. Larson, Bell, Busch, all via points. Yes, they already had a win, but they weren't officially locked in up until this point.
Yeah,
That
I was
means
going to mention that.
so that means there are 6 drivers right now that have a win, but they're not yet locked in. With the exception, however, of Ryan Blaney, and who is 26 above. Then you have Truex 26 below. Everybody else, again, I said it before. Jones was a long shot, but with this result that he had at Richmond, Almirola, Bubba Wallace, they're going to have to pray for a miracle to happen to Daytona. That is their one and only shot.
And I heard about this, about the only ones that are actually locked in are Larson, Bell, or Kyle Busch. And depending on if we have here's my things here. A repeat winner. Every single Kurt Busch is still in question, but a repeat winner, Bowman, Suarez, Cindric, and Briscoe are locked in.
Yep.
Kurt Busch is an if NASCAR decides to do that waiver deal.
Yep.
That is my if. And then you got these guys going to be going to Daytona looking for a win.
Yep.
But if another driver wins, despite if Kurt Busch still has that waiver or not, I see the drivers who might be locked in might just be the same people, to be honest with you. Maybe Alex Bowman, Suarez are ahead of them. Maybe Cindric. But all in all,
Cindric's chances compared to Blaney's of getting locked in are stronger because he has a win to back him up. And if he performs better, I mean, because like he has, let's do this. Between Cindric and Kurt Busch, Cindric right now has the advantage, so he's locked in. He'll be locked in at some point between now and Daytona, or probably after Daytona, obviously.
I think you can argue the same thing with Briscoe too.
Yeah,
because Cindric's higher than Briscoe right now, but
I mean, still, he's probably going to get locked in. He'll most likely get locked in after Daytona.
Exactly.
Again, Kurt Busch is the iffy one. Blaney and Truex are also the iffy ones because they don't have a win, and they're both the only ones fighting for that last spot that's currently available right now.
And I'd say Kurt Busch lost his opportunity to get one of his best tracks, which is at Richmond. But now we go to another one of his good tracks, but we've seen how he's been doing at road courses. I don't have confidence in him.
Yeah.
I don't even have confidence in Blaney. I hate to say it, but I haven't really seen him do road courses, and I don't see him do all that well Watkins Glen either. Just in my knowledge.
I don't know how well, other than the Roval, that kind of was a win that fell into his lap, so you could classify that as a Mickey Mouse win. That was 4 years ago, however, but I really don't generally remember Blaney doing spectacular on road courses, to be quite honest with you. I've never seen a spectacular road course performance by Blaney. Not to say that he hasn't pulled it off before, but I just haven't seen it yet.
And I will double down and agree with that.
Yeah, but should be interesting.
And like I mentioned, the only guys, go down to the driver. I don't have them all listed, but if you go down to drivers, the only guys I see could end up making a surprise attempt to get the win at Watkins Glen, it's probably going to be Chris Buescher or Michael McDowell.
Most likely.
Justin Haley, you're good at super speedways. I have my eye on you. You're not going to get it, but might see what all you'll do at Daytona. Bubba Wallace, I don't see you as a road course guy. Truex, you're good, but you haven't been doing all that well here lately. Almirola, you're just not there. Real quick, Brad Keselowski, you've you've been competing there, but you have been off the last few years. Austin Dillon, no. Corey LaJoy, I'm surprised I haven't even taken your name off yet. If you see, I already took off Cody Wares.
Right. Yeah.
Ty Dillon, Cole Custer. Just in my eyes, the winless guys are really Chris Buescher and Michael McDowell.
Those are really the only two that I see. But
Oh,
here's
go
the
ahead.
thing. Here's the deal. Here's what's going to make it a lot harder on these guys going into Watkins Glen. And we'll talk about Watkins Glen when we get to that point.
Yeah.
Road course ringers are coming in hot. Let's talk about this. Going into Watkins Glen this weekend, I found this tweet from Austin Koneski on Twitter. Retweeted it about 5 hours ago. In the number 15, of course, Joey Hand. In the number 20, in the number 16, AJ Allmendinger. That's no surprise. Daniel Kvyat will be back at Watkins Glen, as announced. Loris Hezemans for his own team will be back in the number 27. Mike Rockenfeller from IMSA will be driving the number 77 for Spire Motorsports. Kyle Tilley is back in the number 78. And, of course, the guy that everybody will be watching from all over the world, and including in Finland. Finland, right? Yeah. Kimi Räikkönen.
And I actually saw they released a picture of that paint scheme. You know how much I love, like, blue. Like, I'm starting to love those blue and black cars.
That one looks sick.
Another blue and black car, and it looks amazing. I'm like, holy crap, I want this diecast.
That one looks sick. Let's be real here. It's a typical, and another thing, that is a typical Trackhouse paint scheme.
It is
right
a
there.
Trackhouse paint scheme.
The design and everything is a typical Trackhouse paint scheme.
Fine. Here it is. And it has the yellow numbers look amazing on it too.
They do.
Like, we've seen the yellow numbers on like some red cars and stuff, but honestly, it looks amazing in this.
It looks.
I'm gonna try to see if my phone will.
I got it on Twitter. Like, it looks really good in blue.
It does. Just like, man, the blue and the black, a light blue and I love this car. I love this car, man.
Right.
Oh, it's going to be a really. I was actually not expecting when I heard the name Kimi Räikkönen and going to be Trackhouse. For some reason, I thought a red car.
Right.
I thought a red car. No, it's going to be a damn good looking blue car. And I can't wait. See that? Can't see that race.
Yeah, it'll be good. But I do bring up the road course ringers because here's the thing: Joey Hand, pretty good. I think he'll mix it up with some guys. AJ Allmendinger, of course, he'll mix it up with everybody. Daniel Kvyat, I'm not so sure about him, but he'll be there if he gets a chance. Loris Hezemans, he'll probably be up there, but he'll probably be in mid pack at the very highest. Mike Rockenfeller, I'm not entirely sure, but then again, Spire Motorsports has actually been doing pretty well this year, so I've got my eye on him. Kyle Tilley, it depends. I think the highest that Live Fast Motorsports will get up to is probably about mid-pack, but for Kyle Tilley and the 78 team really is not too bad. Kimi Räikkönen, Kimi will be the big question mark here, because here's the thing, yes, we know his specialty is road courses. 99% of his racing career was on a road course. From Formula One to Global Rallycross, I think it was. But I more so we all recognize him. He's mostly famous for Formula One. But still,
And not to mention, he did have this last week. He did have practice in the next gen, so he has experience on how to use that. And May not be as much as these guys, but hey, you got a road course guy going to adjust. He's going to be a threat.
If he adjusts to this car quickly, he's gonna be a threat.
I want to point out something that I just now saw. I'm looking on my wave around because I was going to find the paint scheme, and I just happened to scroll up and I found this information out.
Mm-hmm.
Austin Way Self has joined Jordan Anderson Racing as a driver for the 2022 Xfinity season. Self will drive the number 32 Chevrolet in at least one race, Watkins Glen, this season with a primary sponsor of AM Technology Solutions. So he's basically a second car for Jordan Anderson in the 32. Austin Way itself is going to be in the Xfinity Series race.
Well, it depends on if he can qualify or not. I mean, I don't know how many cars are entered for the Xfinity race, but I know the last time the 32 qualified with Jordan Anderson himself, he failed. So,
42.
All right, well then he's gonna have to hope and pray that he makes it in then.
Kyle Larson's in the race.
Oh boy.
And Ross.
Oh boy.
And Byron.
Oh boy! This will be interesting.
And Cole Custer.
Oh boy.
And Brandon Brown's in the 5.
Oh, that's not too bad. He'll still compete, of course, but yeah, as far as the Cup side,
I just like that reaction. It's like, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, Brandon Brown in the 5. Okay, that sounds right.
Yeah, it's like that's not too bad, but it registered in my head. Like at first, it clicked in my mind. It's like, oh, it's not the Junior Motorsports number 5. It's the B.J. McLeod number 5.
Yeah, Larson that's going to be driving the 5th Junior Motorsports entry, while William Byron will be driving the Hendricks number 17.
So they swapped. All right, well that'll be interesting. But yeah, as far as the Cup side, I mean, yeah, these road course ringers are gonna be a pretty good threat depending on where they are in the pack. But anyways, let's now shift gears into some of our stories.
And we'll start this off with my little joke there. So I mentioned when we were listening off the results about Noah Gragson being in the 42, the 16. Well, that was leading to an announcement that was made last week on Wednesday, the same day that the video aired.
Yeah.
The last week's video aired. Noah Gragson will be driving the 42 for GMS for a multi-year.
It is. Yeah, I mean, we talked about it before you left, because Eric Estep had brought it up on one of his videos, and we were confused. We had no idea if what he was saying was legitimate or not, or if he was just trying to BS us. But no, he was ahead of the curve. Everybody, I think a lot of people were even predicting that he was going to go to the 42 when that was rumored. And now that we know it's true, this is going to be interesting. And here's another thing. I mean, we know 2023 is what about? The 2023 season is about 6 months away. Here's the thing.
I'd say about 6 months.
At this point of the season, GMS has already filled Noah in on what their expectations are going to be on the Cup side moving forward. They're no longer going to sit back. They are wanting to go. They're wanting to compete. They're wanting to be competitive on the Cup side. They want results. Eric Jones, they even let him know, like, we got to go. Like, if we got to go. If there's a time to win, if there's a time to compete, it's right now. So
And if you look at how Eric Jones performing this year, it is showing.
Yeah.
This is probably one of the best years that Eric Jones has been showing since he left Joe Gibbs.
It's been promising. Let's be honest. Like, it's actually been pretty promising. I'd say it's better than his first year last year.
Exactly.
Without a shadow of a doubt, ever since this next gen came along, it's really benefited him to some degree.
It had this next gen car has really leveled out the field. I mean, you can really see it by the by our point standings.
Yeah.
Like Elliott's the only one far ahead with 4 wins, and you have like everyone else with from Ross down with 2 wins, and then you got everyone from Larson down to Kurt Busch with a win, and only one person in on points.
You would think, and even with like the old car, the Gen 6, let's I'm gonna go through and highlight drivers that probably would have already had more than one win easily. Chase Elliott, easily Logano. Harvick would have been a maybe in this scenario. Byron would probably not have had a win. Hamlin probably would have had more than one. Reddick would probably be in the same situation he's in. Larson probably would have popped off with 5 wins. Let's be real here. Larson would have popped off with 5 wins. Bell would probably have more than 1 win right now. Probably have like 2 or 3 in the season. Kyle Busch, if he got his mojo back, he probably would have won as many races as possible in Kyle Busch fashion.
I agree with all. I don't agree with. I agree with all you said. I agree with Elliott. I agree with Larson. Larson too. I agree with Logano. I hate to say it, but I do agree with Logano. Harvick, Hamlin, Reddick, Larson, Bell. I agree with those. But Kyle Busch, last few seasons, I cannot agree with that one. And I hate to say it. I cannot agree with Kyle Larson. Kyle Larson, Bell. God, see what I mean? I told you beforehand I would lose it. Now I'm losing it.
Again, that's saying if he got his Kyle Busch mojo back. I'm not saying he would have, but you know.
But it's an if, and I don't trust that if. Alex Bowman's a maybe, but I don't think he could do another repeat. So I'm not putting Suarez. By the way, I could see it. I don't know about
Cindric. Briscoe, maybe.
He ran good last year.
Yeah, he did.
Well, I don't know about Briscoe. Kurt Busch, I would love to see how would he have done in that car, actually. That would have been amazing.
Yeah.
Ryan Blaney, of course. Truex, of course.
Oh, 1,000,000%. But, anyways, like it shows of how...
Ross would have been an interesting one, though.
Yeah. But still, it's showing of how this car is definitely improved massively over the years. Like it's amazing. It's really impressive.
This is why everyone's saying this is probably the best season yet. And
by far.
Let me see if there's any other news that we missed.
Well, actually we talk about silly season news because that's all that's really been popping up left and right. Bubba staying at 2311. He got a multi-year contract extension with the team.
What was he? Was he like the? Wallace.
Yeah, Bubba.
I heard a different last name. I heard like a Bubba Stang or something. I just realized the Bubba is staying. I just heard it now. It's like the way it's put together. It's not like you said like a different name.
Through 2023 and beyond for Bubba Wallace. That's the news.
Bubba Wallace.
There.
Yeah. Honestly, that was nothing new. He's actually, despite not having a win, despite how much crap we give him, he's actually having a really good season.
Probably.
He got his first ever pole. 2311's first ever pole.
Yeah.
Both cars are showing speed. Ty Gibbs, I know you don't want to admit it, but Ty Gibbs is actually doing not that bad in the 45.
I mean, I admitted it in a Twitter post in his Cup debut, but got to give him credit where it's due, of course. Like, he's actually doing really well. I mean, he's from the looks of things, he's adjusted to this next-gen car pretty quick.
And we mentioned our boy Eric. We mentioned our boy Eric Estep. He even mentioned, and I somewhat agree, but he looks Cup ready. He
looks like it.
But he looks Cup ready, but
the only way Ty Gibbs would get up to the Cup Series next year is if Kurt Busch is in a position to where he'd have to retire, either that or Kyle Busch doesn't even return to Joe Gibbs and goes over to like an open SHRC, more likely than not, the 41 will probably be open, because we have no idea what the next contract deal for Cole Custer is going to be, whether it's going to run out after this year or if there's going to be an extension. He might go there, depending on it. That depends, and then Ty Gibbs would have no choice but to come up to the Cup Series.
Let's not forget about the 45 though. That's still a good open seat.
Well, that's why I brought up Kurt Busch potentially retiring after this year.
Well, I meant like a Busch go to replace another Busch.
Probably that too.
Since we're on the Busch subject,
but still, either way, I mean, before we get there, either way, that would see Gibbs going to the 18, no matter how it played out.
Yeah.
Anyways,
which we don't want that to happen, but it's looking like the options are getting slim. Even though they had their own little confrontation on the track.
Right. Just imagine if they swap rides and the same thing happens again. Anyways.
So, we're talking about the Busch. I heard this actually Saturday. And I saw this was it was Sunday. Yesterday. I saw this was pretty interesting. So Kyle Busch made a post saying like he has about 6, 7, or 8 more seasons in him. But he wants to wait.
Yeah.
But he wants to try to stick around where he can race his son Brexton in his truck. When he's 16.
What's funny is that I'm actually looking at the tweet right now.
Yeah, you're looking at it right now.
But that is interesting, though.
I thought that was kind of cool, and like he's wanting. A lot of Kyle Busch fans may not want that, but it's like he's looking out for his kid.
Right.
Looking out for his kid. His kid wants to go racing. He has the plan, and he knows where he's going to put his kid. He's probably going to put him in ARC. I feel like he's going to put him in ARCA first, unless he wants to have him jump in the truck.
Well, that probably would. To be in a truck, it wouldn't be a bad deal, but if you're going to put him in a truck, start him off at the short tracks first.
Exactly.
That's where it's best to start him off. And then in the midst of all those truck starts on short tracks, have him compete on the ARCA circuit, have him on the West circuit or the East circuit. I think more the West circuit, because that's where, the family's from, over in Las Vegas. But I don't know. Either East or West for Brexton when he turns 16. And then once he turns 18, he says then Kyle would be done, and then that's when Brexton would probably go full-time in trucks. It depends on what that plan is going to look like in the next few years.
But he wants to go race. But he wants to have a truck, and then couple races, him and his son race against each other in the truck series.
That'd be really cool.
A person like me don't want to see Kyle Busch in a truck racing, but I would be okay with that exception. I would be okay with this exception, even if he wins. I would be okay with this.
Well, let's be real. I think a lot of people might be okay with that exception here, because it's
a lot of Kyle Busch haters might.
It's a father versus son battle, for crying out loud. Like who hasn't gotten bored over a father-son battle on track, or brother versus brother, for that matter? It creates
brother versus brother.
It creates a lot of drama if things go wrong, and that's what gets more eyeballs on the TV screens. Because for all we know, if Kyle Busch takes out Brexton in the most Kyle Busch fashion, you can bet your ass that Brexton will get pissed off, run over to his dad's truck and lay waste on him with all them haymakers inside the truck.
And then we find out he gets grounded the next day.
Not to say that it'll happen, but
it's funny to think
happen.
About. It's funny to think about.
Right? It could happen.
You beat me up after a race. You're not going to race for another 7 weeks.
You're not racing for the rest of the year. You're grounded.
I want to see that Kyle Busch. That would be funny.
That'd be super hilarious. Oh,
they got Kurt Busch trying to be the referee in this.
Yeah, he's just breaking him up, trying to break him up.
Kurt Busch and Samantha just trying to break it up.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be fun. That would be
super
TV gold. That would be something everyone would talk about for years to come.
Oh,
I would pay money to see that.
More than years. It'd probably be the talk of the century.
I would pay money to see that.
Oh man. I think that's all the top stories right now.
I think so too. I'm about to check and see. Talk about his wait, that's going.
Going?
Josh Williams has part ways with BJ McLeod.
Well, that's just news.
I think did we talk about Blicky yet?
Oh, did we?
Sponsor?
Oh, wait, from last week or?
Did we talk about it last week?
No, we didn't even talk about it last week. I think we all knew that the sponsor was revealed that he was being sponsored by MSU. I mean, we saw the car. We saw it live and in person.
The Sargento? The
Sargento.
The Sargento.
The Sargento sponsorship. Oh, gosh.
We didn't talk about that one yet, did we?
No. It's so ironic.
Also, I'm sorry about butchering your name, y'all. I tried.
Oh my gosh, So, is it Sargento sponsoring Bilicki?
Yes.
My gosh.
So let me give you guys some context. I actually didn't remember. I actually forgot about this, but during the Xfinity race, and I forget what incident happened, but Josh Bilicki.
It was I know what you're talking about. So it's the incident at Road America where Noah Gragson just decided to say to Sage Karam, so you've chosen death. Yeet his car to the right. Yeah, that was that incident where Bilicki ran over a Sargento sign.
Yeah, and then he had it on the front of his car all around, and it got a bunch of views, so they called him up for a one-race deal, and Sargento is on the car for the 45 Alpha Prime car for Josh Bilicki.
And what makes this funnier, the Sargento sign is on the nose of this car. That's so funny. That's really funny.
And it's really fitting, too. I like that.
Nah, that's actually really cool.
I was looking through that, and we already mentioned about Chris Wright parting ways with East Motorsports and all that.
Yep.
Dan Merritt got an extension to go to Motorsports again. Good for him.
Absolutely.
Mark Fowler, we talked about him, too, and that looks like it is it. Oh! No, I have one more bit of information.
All right.
I don't think we talked about. We may did talk about last week. I do not remember.
Let's hear it.
But Justin Haley will be driving a fourth.
No, we did. We did talk about that. I think it might have been off. I think it might have been off show though. But we did talk about it though.
I know off show, but I couldn't remember if we talked about on show or not. But Justin Haley will be driving a fourth, keyword fourth entry car for the second Daytona race for the Xfinity Series.
Yeah, wasn't it the 14?
It's going to be a random number 14. It's like, how? Like, the lineup for the cars, you got a 10, you got an 11, you got a 16. Now you're going to have a 14.
Well, that makes no sense to me, though.
It don't make sense.
Why? Hold on.
That makes the same amount of sense as the second calling car in the Cup Series is the 31, and they're the 16.
It makes right. Like, hold on. I want to see if this. I want to see if this number's open.
It should be open.
If team charts, here we go. So it's open. That team doesn't have it. That team doesn't have it. That team doesn't have it.
Used to be a number for like a small team, but I think
Dude,
that small team.
Exactly. The 61 is not being occupied by anybody. So why go? It was being occupied by Carl Long's team, but
I was actually going to mention Hattori, but that works too.
I mean, Hattori's not really racing a whole lot in Xfinity right now.
Yeah, I know,
let's be real here. But right now, they don't have occupation over that number right now. So they could have easily went for a 61 for Colleague, but nope, they did not do that. They chose not to go down that route.
Which is so crazy. I would never thought Colleague Racing would have a 14. I can't wait to see that car though. It's going to be leaf filter, so you're going to have your regular leaf filters car that the Colleague Racing has, and it's going to be, instead of being on like an 11,
it's going to be a 14.
Being on a 14.
It'd be like, what in the world is going on here? Have I entered some weird paradox?
Racing's going to dominate the race.
Oh my gosh! If that car dominates,
no, it's not even just that car. You remember was it last? Yeah, it was last year when all three Colleague cars.
They were in all three lines.
Just imagine, just like if it was 4 wide.
Oh my gosh! Just. All I really hope for is that Justin Haley doesn't pull the exact same move he pulled 4 years ago. That's all I'm hoping. He can have a monstrous run, but don't go too low. Don't go too low.
But that would be amazing, and that might end up having a good 1, 2, 3, 4. Chris Rice is going to have a cow if they get a 1, 2, 3, 4 finish.
Chris Rice will probably piss his pants if that happens, and I mean that in a really good way. He will piss his pants.
Just imagine that. Like, I'm already ready. I'm already wanting to see that Xfinity race. Like,
alrighty, but we can't watch that race just yet, man. We got to get past Watkins Glen first.
Exactly.
So let's preview Watkins Glen here. So
do that.
It is the final road course within the regular season for the Cup side. First time for the next gen. For the Xfinity Series, this is just another trip. Just within a few races before their chase starts. So, Wyatt, coming into this weekend, it is probably going to be a very stacked weekend probably more stacked than we've seen in a while. What do you think there is to expect?
Well, first off, looking at the Xfinity race and the lineup we mentioned, we have a bunch of Cup guys coming in. Sorry, got a little distracted there for a minute.
It's all good.
Couple of Cup guys and different rides and stuff. And then in the Cup Series, we got some new road course guys who are coming in for a 1 race deal from crazy random heats. Trackhouse, 3rd entry. We got BJ McLeod. BJ McLeod's live fast. Is it BJ McLeod? Yeah.
Yeah,
Life fast. Life fast.
Kyle
That's
Tilley.
fire.
Yeah, Kyle Tilley in the 78, by the way. So,
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. I was trying to say the team he had. That's what I was trying to say. That's what I was trying to do with that. My bad, y'all. But Joey Hand back in the 15. It's going to be a lot of craziness both races. I can't wait to see it. Especially watch the Cup race on my birthday.
oh yes.
That's right, y'all. I will be the Magic on this Sunday. It is my birthday, and I will be watching that truck race on the 21st as a 21-year-old.
He will be joining the club on this Sunday. So, get ready. Get ready, world. It's going to happen.
But yeah, that's gonna be crazy, and I cannot wait to get that race going and get to this weekend.
Well, let me pull up the entry lists for both Cup and Xfinity. I've got Xfinity, and I'm going to pull up the Cup Series entry lists because it's time, ladies and gentlemen, to make our predictions. So, trucks are off. So, as alluded to, it is just Xfinity and Cup. So, we give you a driver who we think is going to win. We give you a driver who we think is going to be the guy to stay away from. Basically, the guy that hasn't been doing well the last couple of weeks, and we're just coming up to a track where they suck at. The dark horse is the exact opposite. For the Xfinity Series, it's just another trip at Watkins Glen. But for the Cup Series, this is so much more. This is way more. It's the first race at Watkins Glen for the next gen. It is the second to last race before the regular season finale at Daytona. And not only that, it is the first race that we're going to have a lot of road course ringers, and Kimi Räikkönen joining that frame as well. So that's going to be a big race to watch. So let's get on down to it. Wyatt, you are up first.
And let's not forget to mention that in the Xfinity race, there's going to be a bunch of Cup guys who are pretty familiar with that track who could do some damage. I didn't even see who was in the 48. Oh no, it's Casper. Never mind. I thought it was going to be another Cup guy in the 48. It's like, okay, here we go. But nope. Which makes it harder to try to pick around them, too.
Right.
But, I think I'll give it a shot, and I think I have a pretty good little idea. So, I'm going to start. I always start with my dark horse, no surprise, but this one's a good one. I'm going to go with last year's truck winner as a dark horse, Austin Hill.
Interesting.
Good at road courses. Won last year in the truck series. He's going to be a guy to watch out for, especially the driver to stay away from. Oh, I'm such an ass for this one. Chris Wright.
All right.
If he makes it.
If he makes the race, great.
If he don't make the race, then I hate to do this to him, but I haven't really seen how much he does in road courses yet. I don't know how well he is, but I think I'm going to give it to Sammy Smith.
Oh, is the guy to stay away from?
Yeah.
Ah.
I haven't really seen him do much of road course yet, so I don't know how well he's going to do. But
Right.
that's if Chris Wright does not make it.
Yes. Okay.
My winner, though, I'm kind of torn between two drivers, maybe three. It's the two you usually expect. Then the last guy passed him. Well, he got passed by one of my picks. You already know the 3, don't you?
Yep.
Let's see. Should I be nice? Should I be an ass? Or should I go with a leech? I'll be nice. I'll go AJ Allmendinger.
Cool.
Never mind. I'll go Ty Gibbs.
No, you can't take that back now. It's a lock. It's a lock now.
You made that face. I had to do it, but no, I'll stick with AJ. Now for the Cup Series, and I thought the Xfinity Series was going to be hard. This one's going to be really hard.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
With all these different drivers coming in, this is probably, it's not a wild card, but it's going to act like one of the biggest wild cards.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to go ahead and throw this in right here. Dark horse, I'm going to go with Kimi Räikkönen.
That's actually, yeah.
I think I'm actually going to go bold and actually pick him as a dark horse.
Okay. That's not too bad at all.
Driver to stay away from, though. You know what? I hate to do it. But I really think it's going to happen. Martin Truex Jr. I never thought I would say that for him at Watkins Glen, but
right.
What else can you say about that, though?
We'll see what happens.
He's not doing good. He will have to be really lucky. The fact that he'll be able to get up it, he will be able to. Kurt Busch is going to be out. If Kurt Busch is out by Daytona, he will have that spot, but he'll have to be so lucky.
Yeah.
And I don't think he'll have that luck. Him or Blaney, but I'm just going to put Truex on this skip.
Right.
On this skip right here. My driver to win. Three drivers are mine. 2 actually. Well, no, I can put him in. I can switch and put him in 3. 3 winners this season. One of them even won the road course twice.
Yep.
Another one I don't think even has a road course win this season that I can remember. I don't think he even has one road course win. The other one did good last year, but got screwed up by Larson. This is a tough choice. Jeff figured it out. It's Christopher Bell, Tyler Reddick, and Chase Elliott.
Right.
I do not remember Chase Elliott has a road course win this season.
No.
Dover, Nashville, Pocono. What was the last one?
Atlanta. So no, he doesn't have a single road course win this year.
He's been up there battling at road courses though.
He has been. 1,000,000%.
And this is one of his best road course tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah, his first win here. And that's why I think I may just pick him. This is where he locks his regular season championship. I might have to go Chase Elliott here.
Not bad. Not bad at all. Well, I will say this. I think the best that Chase Elliott would probably have to do is start Watkins Glen, that he might have this thing locked up. So,
Great.
without further ado, it's my turn. So, here we go with my driver to win in the Xfinity Series. Nope, not at all. It's actually going to be... I'm personally going to have to go with AJ Allmendinger as the driver to win. He got robbed by Ty Gibbs last year. Straight up robbed. So, I really hope Ty Gibbs is on the receiving end this year of being robbed by AJ Allmendinger.
I mean, I don't know. I mean,
That'll be perfect retribution right there for Mr. AJ Allmendinger.
I mean, he did beat out Larson and some junior affiliated equipment. And Larson dominated that race at Road America, and then
He did.
they get him. So
He also got robbed. But
yeah, he actually raced him clean. So that was
he got robbed. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna say AJ Allmendinger is my driver to win by default. Driver to stay away from. Personally, I think this will be a tough choice here. I'm gonna say for my driver to stay away from. Yeah, I'd have to agree with Sammy Smith. I don't recall him actually having any kind of road course experience. He might have some in ARCA. He probably may get some in ARCA, but in Xfinity, if that race goes first, I don't know.
That's why I was so iffy on doing that. I saw a couple names, but it's like out of all of them, I didn't really see Sammy Smith.
Here's a dark horse I think you might agree with me on. Myatt Snyder.
Yeah, I can kind of back that one.
Listen, like, here's the thing. Yeah, we know Myatt Snyder, good driver. The team that he's racing for, it's a good team. It's not a top-notch team, but for what they are, it's a good team for Jordan Anderson Racing. Road courses, man. Myatt Snyder has been... I didn't realize Myatt Snyder was going to be up there. Like, when Portland came around, I had no idea he was going to finish, what was it, second at Portland?
I think he did second, yeah.
I didn't know he was going to perform well at the Indianapolis road course. I don't know if he performed super spectacular at Road America. I have no idea. I forgot all about Road America because of, well, you know. But we'll see how well he does at Watkins Glen. I think if Myatt Snyder's biggest strength is road courses, he might have a shot if he puts himself in the right position.
And he'll go have a teammate that'll probably help him out with it too.
Most likely. Here we go for the Cup Series. Driver to win. I'm really torn between maybe three drivers. I'm torn between, here's the thing, four when you really think about it. I'm torn between Reddick because of the last two races that he won on road courses. Chase Elliott because how spectacular that he really is at Watkins Glen.
Not to mention the season.
Actually, yeah. I think it is going to be three. Martin Truex Jr., I'm torn between those three. And here's why I say Truex. Statistically, I mean, when you look at the results from the last four Watkins Glen races, he's done really well. Won 2017. Listen. He won 2017. He finished second in 18 and 19, and then last year he finished third. So he finished top 5 in all 4 of those races. I realize this was with an entirely different car, but here's the thing: sometimes depending on your luck with this car, you could actually perform just as well as you did with the previous car. So this could be a This could be a good race for Truex. I don't know yet.
Yeah, but think about the last statistical stuff from the last time at Sonoma.
That's just Sonoma. That's just Sonoma. I'm focusing more on Watkins Glen.
Even with 2 configurations, 17. Actually, Harvick won 17. I don't know where he finished that race, but 18, he won.
Yeah.
18 and 19, he won.
Yes.
He missed 2020, but coming back from 2021, he got third.
Yes.
Two top three. All three of them were top three finishes. And then he come this year. Nothing.
Well, again, that's just Sonoma. More particularly Watkins Glen, who knows? Maybe something will turn around for him. So that's why he's up there for me.
Yeah, but it's like you think about all the other tracks he's good at, like Martinsville, no show. Richmond, yes, first race, yeah, but barely been showing up and dominating like the Truex we know. Just like I just don't see it.
Right. Well, at least there's a good thing that we can establish here. Unlike some other shows, we have differing opinions, and it's okay to agree or disagree on some things. You know who I was referring to. Anyways, so here we go. I think with that, I mean, Truex is kind of the question mark right now for me. So I'm gonna say for my driver to win, I'm gonna say Chase Elliott's gonna get win number 5 this weekend.
Who's your fourth guy?
The fourth guy, I was gonna say Bell.
Yeah.
I personally was gonna say Christopher Bell. It could have been Kyle Busch, but look at the way that he's been performing the last few years.
Wow.
Look at the way that he's been performing. Like his stats at Watkins Glen recently have been up and down. They've been up and down. But anyways, here's my driver to stay away from, which is tough for me to figure out. Because this is going to be that kind of race where it's just you have no idea. You have no idea who's going to perform how well. I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say Cole Custer's my driver to stay away from, just as a lock-in for this one.
All right, you didn't hear what I said, did you?
I couldn't even hear a single thing you said at all. I heard a little snicker. But that's all I heard.
Cindric.
Nope. I will only pick Cindric if I absolutely have to. But here's my dark horse, though. We're both going to be on the same boat for this one. It's Kimi Räikkönen. Yeah, hey, listen, like he's a multi-time F1 champion, but he's coming into a car that is completely different from like the truck and Xfinity car that he raced 10 years ago. This is different from, I believe, anything that anybody else has driven. For Kimi, I mean, it could be similar to like a global rally car, because if I'm correct, they also do sequential shifting as well. And yes, I understand. Stock car racing and global rallycross are two completely different things. They are two completely different vehicles, but they have they probably both have a similar shifting system, therefore sequential. But yes, he does have a little bit of experience with this next gen that he's gone testing at Virginia. Will he fire off as quickly as all the other drivers? No, but will he probably be up there by the end if he learns this car quick enough? Yes.
And let's not forget the team he's driving for.
Yeah.
The first two road courses were dominated by both the Trackhouse guys. Coda, Ross Chastain, and then Sonoma, Daniel Suarez.
I mean, unless if you're alluding to Kimi winning at Watkins Glen, that's not happening.
I'm not alluding to that.
I know.
I'm alluding to like the best, like how fast the team is,
yeah,
especially on road courses. That's what I'm alluding to. Like, got two first-time winners at road courses, and they're both Trackhouse guys. I don't think he may be lucky to get a win. I don't see it happening, but he has that team, good road course team.
Just think about it though. If that actually were to happen though, think of the press that would be covering this all over the world. Everybody would be going nuts over Kimi Räikkönen being the first Finnish driver, if history serves correctly here, the first Finnish driver to ever win a NASCAR race. Multi-time, a Formula One champion in his own right, who has had a storied career in the F1 circuit, comes to the Cup Series in his debut race and wins. Not that it is actually going to happen, but just think if it were to happen. Think of how much the racing world will blow up if this actually were to happen. Like, think of it. Think about it for a moment. Think of Josh. Think if Josh witnesses Kimi Räikkönen wins. If he wins, think of how much Josh would blow up over this. Like, he probably would go batshit crazy over this. Everybody over in another Discord server that I'm in would go batshit crazy over this.
And let's not forget about the team as well. It's like, that's going to boost their popularity more and more, like it already has.
Yeah.
They already know good reputation, good and bad, but just like, even then, Trackhouse is still one of the most surprising, entertaining teams. If Kimi Räikkönen wins, how much popularity the team's going to get, how much boost it's going to get. This is a legit championship team. Like,
yeah,
could actually go race for a championship.
Yes, absolutely. But it should be interesting nonetheless. But alrighty, we're at the top of the hour. So Wyatt, any final thoughts before we get the Watkins Glen weekend underway?
This is probably going to be one of the most craziest races this weekend. I can't wait to watch it. I can't wait to see the race happen on my birthday.
Should be really fun. Hopefully you enjoy your birthday. Hopefully you get a nice swig of whatever alcohol that you're looking to drink. Whatever you got your eyes on, man. Take a swig of it. Chug it all down if you want to, depending on what happens in that race that you absolutely dislike. If something that you don't like happens, take a shot for every time something that you don't like happens.
I don't know about that one.
But
on that one.
Oh, then again, you're 21, man. You're gonna be 21. You're going to be. But still, nonetheless, man. Hopefully, you have a really good birthday coming up this Sunday, as always. And as far as everybody else that watched this on YouTube and listened to this on Spotify, thank you so much for either watching or listening. If on YouTube, if you like this, be sure to give it a like. And if you haven't considered subscribing yet, I recommend you do so in order to keep up with some fine content coming out in the near future. And as far as Spotify, be sure to follow us on Spotify on Gamers Talk NASCAR. And just that way you don't miss an episode. But anyways, thank you guys a lot for watching and listening. On behalf of Wyatt Walker, who is going to be the birthday boy here in the next few days, I'm Elijah Leonard signing out. And we'll see you guys in the next one.
See ya.